Hello and welcome to another Speedy Clark production. First of all, big apologies. It's been over 2 weeks since I've uploaded a YouTube film. As many of you will probably know, my regular viewers certainly, many reasons behind that. First of all, I've been through a very intense training period in preparation for the Groats to Land's End relay record, which myself and the three other individuals that I was part of the team with successfully completed, along with a big support crew and many sponsors. So first of all, I would like to say a big thank you to all the team members, all the sponsors, all the support crew, my family, my friends. The list is so numerous, I don't want to single out key individuals because everyone has played a very crucial and vital role, including the place where I work, of being very understanding in terms of what I'm trying to do and support with that. So that's been really very good. So as you'll probably know, we absolutely smashed the record. Last year we set a time of 52 hours and 12 minutes for a 4-man relay team using non-aerodynamic UCI legal road bikes with the dropped handlebars. No time trial accessories, no head fairings, no disc wheel, no tri-bars, which all increase your aerodynamic efficiency and basically make it easier to cut through the airflow, the airstream, allowing you to go faster essentially. So we run the standard road bikes in 2017 and we had a crazy headwind, average speed between 28 to 30 miles an hour. You'll know that from our previous films. Whereas this year we hit the jackpot. We couldn't have asked for better conditions. We didn't have a roaring tailwind. We had a slight side and sometimes tailwind. Maximum speed 10 miles an hour. But overall we were all a lot fitter, we were all trained a lot better. We had an excellent support team, excellent sponsorship backing and funding, the buy-in from everyone. So it was really very good. We had a camper van motorhome this time, which made rest and recovery far easier. Don't get me wrong, people seem to associate and think because it's a relay record and you do, for example, 30 miles on and then the next ride or so, and people think that you sleep and get all this rest. The reality is, because it's so fast paced and there's so much going on and then the vehicle has to move to the next changeover point, you don't actually get any sleep. I think from 6 AM Friday morning to Sunday night I had about 20 minutes in total, and there was just like very small mini power naps. So basically this time round, 2018, we absolutely smashed it. We covered the distance from Groats to Land's End, 874 miles in a time of 43 hours 46 minutes, averaging almost 20 miles an hour, 19.91 miles an hour to be exact. It was absolutely phenomenal. We rode our socks off. We all have different strengths and different weaknesses, and we would change the order of construction as to how we would ride to accommodate that. But every single rider gave, well, you know, maximum 100%. 100%. They laid it on the line. They left parts of themselves on the road, basically, including myself, you know. So, yeah, looking back and looking at my power data, my times, my heart rates, we all had different strategies, even though we were collectively part of a team. For example, I believe I was the only rider with a coach, and my training strategy and planning was to solely work around this record attempt, where the previous year I'd done a lot of time trials and then done the record attempt. So this time it kind of mucked up a bit because they're two different entities. The record is a major long distance endurance event. I wanted to be good at climbing, a good all-rounder. So in order to achieve that and be more efficient this year, I had to actually lose some of my top end power, but maintain a more consistent average speed and be able to climb really well. So I'm pretty lean, as you can see anyway. but I leaned down even more to like 61 kilos at 5'9", so my FTP basically went down. I probably lost about 20-ish to 30 watts, but my power to weight ratio went up, so that was really good. I also rode to a plan. I believe I was the only person using power. So basically I gauged the effort. So I had a set of numbers that I wasn't to ride over during each of my legs until a certain point, and also a set of numbers that I hadn't to ride under. And just to maintain that average, so borderline on record pace, to ensure that I wasn't overcooking myself, and that I was getting maximum recovery and making sure I was fully nutritioned up. And after the halfway point, it was just a case of gauging where I'm at and how I'm feeling, and then just upping it very slightly, until I had the very nice and fortunate privilege to finish the last 9.7 miles, the record attempt. So I believe that, you know, we kind of all planned it really well. And the last basic couple of hours, the riders were just going out and going full gas, maximum power. And as soon as they started to drop off, it was just a call to the team car, right, I'm losing the pace now, next rider out, and so on and so on. And like the previous year, I had the privilege to finish off the last 9.7 miles, which is exceptionally hilly. For those of you that know, I've been to Land's End. There's some nasty kicks in the last climb. And long story short, I managed to ride, after all that distance and only 20 minutes sleep across the 43-hour period, I managed to ride that last 9.7 miles, including those mega steep climbs actually, at an average speed of 19.8 miles an hour, which is pretty damn good. I basically absolutely emptied my tank. I knew I had the power, I knew I had the recovery time, I knew I hadn't overcooked myself in the record. So riding to the planned power data from my coach, I was able to gauge each of my sessions and know that I was within record pace for myself, but I wasn't over-gassing it. And I knew theoretically if I maintained that power for each one of my interval legs, I would be able to get to the finish and repeat the same process for every single one of my legs, barring nutrition. Obviously that doesn't take the nutrition and the weather conditions into factor. So as long as the acts of God were being kind, and as long as I ate enough and keep myself full of protein and the carbs, then I should have been able to repeat, which I successfully did. Every single leg process at almost exactly the same speeds and the same power output. So big thanks to my coach, Gary Hand, Expresso Cycle Coaching. I won't name that out, because if I hadn't had that planned power data, because previously I would have been over paranoid about losing a little bit of power with losing some more weight. Whereas previously I would have been classed as a pretty good time trialist. I'd actually lowered my time trialing form but gained on the climbs and better sustainability. So that would have been something I would have been concerned about had I been doing it myself off my own back and not had the coaching availability. So that's fantastic. So not only did we set a record relay time of the 43 hours and 46 minutes, but in terms of standard road bike, we dropped handlebars. Regardless of whether we were a 4-man relay team or not, we recorded the fastest ever time for a road bike. We dropped handlebars to go from John O'Groats to Land's End. So that was really great. Now the one-way record, which is currently held by Gethin Butler, of 44 hours, 5 minutes, 19 seconds, etc., or thereabouts, is a phenomenal time. But it was done on a time trial bike, and it was also planned in on the back of some mega hurricane with a phenomenal tailwind. We didn't have that luxury for the planning because we all have families, we all work full time. We had to basically book it in conjunction with our work-life balance, etc. and then go for it at that chosen date. And the weather conditions are what they are, out of our control. So to be able to achieve that and beat the one-way record, albeit it's 4 of us, but please remember, although there's 4 of us, there's only ever one person on the road at one time as an individual. No slipstreaming, no time trial TT advantage. So that made it absolutely fantastic. Really chuffed for the achievement. And I personally know, looking at my data, I've already been asked the question, would you do it again and try and go quicker? I'm 40 years old now. I pretty much, looking at the data and agreeing with my coach, rode my pacing strategy and my power almost bang on perfect. I would say at least 90+%. So the reality is, I would, unless it was a roaring tailwind, I would only ever hope to achieve the same again. And then it would be in the hands of the gods with weather conditions. So mega pleased. So check out some of the photos of the record attempt which are coming up now. Now, there is a film we had the fortunate experience time, one of the team members was, a really very good cameraman, and he's putting together some films for us. And so there's going to be a documented film of the record attempt, which I will get streamed out, and that'll be available for everyone to watch soon. So I'm going to crack on now. More regular content will be coming. There's many more adventures to come. The interesting thing is, now this is where it gets a bit tough actually, because there's all that great achievement and the euphoric high of achieving the record, but there's also a problem. I'm pretty certain everyone will experience this, including team members. In fact, I already know some of the team members are, and support crew team members. But you get this downer effect because you've been so geared up and training towards a particular event, and it's taken up so much of my lifestyle. Now that I don't actually have that, I've got this amazing time, and I've spent this wonderful weekend. That's why I haven't been doing the films, with my family. We've done some mega awesome trips, and it's been fantastic just getting that time. But you also feel at a bit of a loose end. The only way I can describe it, and I think I've used this analogy before, it's like somebody coming out of the military and becoming a civilian again. I suddenly don't have this mega focus that I've had for a year, and everything's been focused and concentrated towards that. I know certainly for me, the standard day-to-day activities, the 9 to 5, the basic key fundamentals that you have to go through to get life, to earn a living, to keep your house, to provide for your family. For a lot of people that's enough. For me it isn't. That may be quite hard for some people to understand, but I like to have something going on. I like to have something to achieve, something to focus, something tough, and without that I do feel a little bit lost, if I'm being honest. I can feel a little bit lost. So there are many more goals to come. We're going to have some opportunities, and once again I would like to thank everyone who's been part of this record attempt, everyone for putting up with me, everyone for putting up with my stressed out, sometimes I've been a bit crabby because I've had a lot of stress on, and because I wanted this record so badly along with all the other team and crew members. It's meant a phenomenal amount to me, and I'm so glad we've got it, and I'm looking forward to doing something big again. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and again apologies for the break. There's going to be a lot more content coming again. Please remain interested. I hope this helps and inspires you. and check out the film of the record coming up. And as I said, the gap has been for a very good reason. This record has been amazing, absolutely amazing. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.